Hey everybody, welcome, welcome to Hidden Horror. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate that. Let's get started.
Good evening. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hidden Horror. I wanted to bring you a case update on the Alexee Trevizo trial. So, she originally had a pre-trial hearing scheduled. It actually was rescheduled for this week. And coming out after the pre-trial and then the trial was supposed to start August 26th, the district attorney, they have decided to postpone the trial. They are waiting for the Supreme Court to make a decision. They appealed the judge's decision regarding the evidence that was taken by video, and also Alexee Trevizo's statements to the medical staff while she was in the hospital. So they want that information, those videos, and that admission, confession to be allowed at the trial. So the judge said no. So now they're appealing it to the Supreme Court and they're waiting for the Supreme Court to make a decision about the evidence. And it has to relate to the relationship between a patient and the doctor. And although she willingly made admissions on her own, are those admissions allowed to be shown as testimony evidence in her trial? And in particular, some of the video in the hallway where Alexee Trevizo is rushing to the restroom, and also her statements that were on the police body cam when the police officer was in her hospital room. So let's get to the article. It's on KOAT.com. It's titled Trial Postponed for Teen Accused of Throwing Her Baby in a Hospital Bathroom Trash Can. They're leaving out that the baby was also placed in a trash bag. Okay. The writer is Elisa Muniz, and the article is dated August 5th, 2024. It's been over a year since a teen, and she wasn't a teen. Alexee Trevizo was 19 years old. Although she was graduating from high school that year, she was technically not a teen. She was a young adult. But we'll go with it. It's been over a year since a teen was charged with murder for throwing her baby in a hospital bathroom trash can, and still no trial. Alexee Trevizo was set for pre-trial Tuesday, but it's been put on hold while the Supreme Court decides whether certain evidence can be used. A district court ruled in favor of the defense in June to suppress all statements made by Trevizo to her medical providers because of doctor-patient privilege, and all statements made by her to her doctor in front of police. Court documents even accuse the doctor of acting as a police agent. Now, that's kind of surprising because the doctor actually said, no, we're not going to deal with this now. We're going to focus on your medical care. We need to transfer you to a different hospital. So she actually stopped Alexee Trevizo from answering her mom's questions because her mom was upset, visibly upset. And she was asking her questions, in the hospital. Okay, let's continue. It was just wrong. I mean, all of us want to protect, or should want to wish to protect, our medical history. It's not something we want broadcast to the rest of the state. And hers was broadcasted not just to the rest of the state, but the rest of the world, said Gary Mitchell, Trevizo's lawyer. Well, I I don't know how much protection she would have had with the videos, the police video, I guess they're concerned about that being released, and then the video of her going to and from the bathroom. I guess they feel that they should have protected her in those videos. Now, the hallway video, I'm not sure because the hallways are kind of like spaces where anybody can go. Now, the police video, I'm sure that would have been entered into evidence that would be used to demonstrate her admissions about having the baby and placing the baby in the trash and saying that the baby did not take a breath. Um, Her statement she willingly made some of those admissions, and not just to the doctor but to other medical staff, talking about being on the weight loss pill, things of that nature. Okay. He said these conversations should have been protected. That's why he also has a lawsuit against the hospital for malpractice. Now, this is where I start to get angry. I start to feel frustrated because clearly Alexee Trevizo gave birth. She didn't ask for help. She didn't ring the bell or push the button in the bathroom. She didn't tell anyone she gave birth. She didn't try to get any help for herself or her newborn son. She didn't bring the baby out of the bathroom. When she exited the bathroom and she had to pass the medical staff, she didn't say anything about the baby, indicate that she had a baby, nor that the baby was in the trash can. She didn't try to get any medical care for herself or the baby, although she was returning to the room and potentially knowing that they were going to continue her medical care, but she didn't get any for the baby. And it's very frustrating when I hear these arguments, and it's always someone else. It's always it was the hospital, it was the medical staff, it was the nurses, it was the doctor. No, it was you. You made every decision to conceal your pregnancy, hide your birth, then conceal the baby, and you actually end up unaliving the child out of your actions. And it's like nobody else is responsible but you act as if everybody else made you either not culpable, not responsible, or not as responsible when you were the only one making the choices. You made the choice to not be truthful. You made the choice to lie. You made the choice to evade the medical staff from really examining you. You made the choice when you went to the restroom. You made the choice to give the birth and not acknowledge the birth and bring the baby forth. I mean, every choice 100% was made by Alexee Trevizo, but in the aftermath of it all, they're literally making it appear that everyone else had some ability to make decisions when they weren't aware. I believe in accountability, but I don't feel the medical staff had anything, the doctor, the nurses had any responsibility in her choices when really she blocked them. She didn't give them a chance. She didn't give them a chance to provide the medical care for herself nor the baby. I mean, they didn't even know there was a birth. So it's just very frustrating. But let me continue. Okay. I found videos taken at the hospital. I found records from hospital. I found interviews of doctors and nurses that one doctor and several nurses at the hospital. I couldn't believe the violation that I saw, Mitchell said. So I think he possibly is referring to the videos that the police did when they interviewed staff including the um, the staff that did the cleaning, if we want to call them housekeeping, and found the baby in the bathroom, staff that assisted her, meaning the nurses, um, the doctor. I guess he's referring to those interviews that law enforcement did with the staff to get statements, and they recorded the statements. Um, I guess that's what he's feeling. They're just detailing what happened. I mean, this is an investigation. You have to talk to people, you have to interview them, you have to get the facts on record so you know what happened. So I guess that's what he's referring to. I'm not sure. Okay, let's continue. However, Diana Lucci, the district attorney on the case, appealed this ruling, saying privilege was waived when Trevizo continued to make statements in the presence of her mother and officers in the room. I think without that evidence, they don't have a case because they're not entitled under the present decision of the trial court to utilize those medical records or to utilize any statements that she may have made, Mitchell said. So I think the attorney is trying to evade Alexee Trevizo of any responsibility. He's feeling that because of how things were handled, she's not culpable. And I call bullshit. Like, this is going to really enrage me because if the staff are there to provide the medical care, they didn't get a chance with the baby. But not just that, all of the choices that led up to this were made only solely by Alexis Trevizo. We can't even blame mom, right? We can't even give mom the responsibility because Alexis Trevizo, she is a 19-year-old young adult, a young woman. And it's no way that I'm going to say she's not responsible because of how the medical staff responded to finding a newborn infant in a trash bag, in a trash can, in a bathroom, fully covered in blood. What were they supposed to do? At a minimum, she was the last one to go into the restroom. The medical staff see her exit the restroom, and the restroom is full of blood. Were they not supposed to respond? Were they not supposed to ask questions? Because to me, I almost feel like people are getting legal loopholes and they're not going to be held accountable. And I think this is really going to be a very it's going to be hard for people to accept that. It would be hard for me to accept that, but it would be a travesty because it sends a message out to others that are also doing this and have done it and may do it in the future that you could possibly get away if you just discard your baby in a trash can. And she's not the only one. She's not the first one. She's not the only one. And I'm sure, unfortunately, she won't be the last one. But I think it's a terrible message to send. I think it's a terrible civil suit to file against the hospital that really didn't have any part of those choices. And now on the flip side, they're being judged by their response to the the everything was set in motion by Alexis Trevizo. Every action that she made caused them to react. And I feel she was both manipulative, deceptive, and now she's being proven to be a bad person. Not just that she did this, but to go at it in this manner. Take responsibility for what you did. You know what you did. You know you gave birth. You know you were pregnant. You know you went into that hospital still concealing the pregnancy. And for whatever reason, you put your newborn baby boy, your son, in a trash bag. And you put his body in a trash can as if he was garbage that was something to dispose of. Where is the mindset of a person that will harm a newborn, their own baby, and come out of that bathroom, emerge out of the bathroom as if nothing happened, no emotion? Walked out of that bathroom like everything that she just experienced in those less than 20 minutes didn't even happen. You have a real mental problem, young lady. Miss Trevizo, there's something wrong with you. You could give birth, place your infant in a trash bag, clean up the blood, flush your placenta down the toilet, allegedly, exit the restroom as if none of it ever happened. And you know what? If the cleaning staff did not find your son, your blood, your baby, your first child, no one would ever know. But you know, God knows, you did this thing. You did a terrible, heinous crime. You, whether intentional, unintentional, you killed your son. And nothing's ever going to change that. I don't care how your attorney words it, how he frames it, the lawsuits that he brings forth to blame others. You did this thing. Mitchell said the Supreme Court's ruling played a bigger role than just this case. If the state is successful in this case and gets that overturned by our New Mexico Supreme Court, women's rights in the state of New Mexico, protecting the right of confidential medical advice, confidential medical treatment will go by the wayside. So, it is a critical issue for the women of the state of New Mexico, Mitchell said. It doesn't have to be. They can narrowly focus in only on Alexee Trevizo's case. They don't have to apply this to every case because every case, really, in all honesty, is completely different. This set of circumstances, why she did this, how she did it, it's really, it's not even a matter of if she did it. It's almost as if we're shifting the blame to someone else. Other people that didn't make the decision, didn't do this, didn't have any part in the decision, they're culpable, they're responsible. No, I don't agree. I don't agree with it at all. And I think the decision should be centered and narrowly focused only on Alexee Trevizo's case and her case facts due to she was not under duress, she wasn't under stress, she was not forced, she was not pressured. She was a she was an admitted patient at a hospital that had the ability, the equipment, the medical staff to provide her care, right? And also the fact that she's pregnant to assist in her childbirth. And she didn't allow that. She lied. She said she wasn't pregnant. She was a virgin and she never had sex. These were her choices and her choices alone. She's got to take responsibility. He said the Supreme Court has unlimited time to decide if they will overturn this ruling, but he expects it may take a few months. Lucy has not given a comment. So, you guys, let me know what you think about the Alexee Trevizo case. about them postponing the trial. I think they have to. I think I said this in a few videos ago. They have to because they want a ruling on that evidence because the evidence is important, is vital. I believe that it could change how the prosecution, or if you want to say the district attorney, prosecutes her case, what witnesses are called, what they're able to reveal. And I think it's going to be an important decision. So, thank you for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it. Please remember, stay smart, stay safe, stay savvy. Be well, all my friends. And hey, everybody on X, I'm back. I'm back live. So, welcome to my audience on X. I really appreciate you. I miss going live with you and spending that time with you. So I am back. I am able to go live on X, and I just need 100 Facebook followers so that the Hidden Horror Facebook account can go live again. I think maybe I'm like 18. I'm not sure. So please follow me on Facebook. I guess subscribe, and that will help me to get back on live with Facebook. And you can't pay your way out of that. So if I could, I would, but nope. I need 100 subscribers on Facebook to go live. So anyway, I want you to have a really good evening. Thanks for spending this time with me. Put your comments below. Let me know what you think. And how do you feel about this Alexee Trevizo case? Okay. Bye, everybody.